Well, hello everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Nice cup of tea. Well, I've been out first thing this morning. I went to Salvation Army and I did drop a shopping trolley. You know, the type that you have to go shopping. I don't mean a Tesco supermarket trolley. One of the shoppers. I took that to the Salvation Army along with some cooling racks that I've never used because I've got one and that's enough now, and also a fondue set. Strangely enough, I thought I'm never going to use that. That had never been used, and one or two other bits and some magazines. I thought that's that. Let's go and get them out of the way. Then what happened? Yeah, you guessed it. £2. I've got this. Well worth £2. That'll keep them occupied during the 6 weeks holidays. That's what I'm thinking about. What else did I get? I got a piece of lovely green material that's quilted, and I thought that's ideal for a backing for a quilt. It's quite a decent size, and that was £1. Times 2. I don't know what it's originally been used for, but I think it's just what somebody's cut off by the looks of it. So that's 2 big pieces of that. They're quite big. And then I got a little quilt. It looks handmade. You know, homemade, should I say. And it looks like it's hand stitched on the edges, and I thought I could do something with that. It just wants a little bit of TLC. That was £1 as well. I thought, well, even if it just backs one of my quilts, you know, it's being used, isn't it? And then I got this curtain. It was £1. I love the colour, so that will definitely go in a quilt. But it's been too hot to quilt. I've done a little bit of hand quilting, and yesterday I did a little bit of quilting on the sewing machine. It was the pieces of material that had got the ladies from the 1950s on. It's very, very thin material, so I'm wondering what I'm going to do with it. So, but never mind. My husband saw a book that he wanted. Sheffield Rural Fringe, and he picked this up for me because he thought I'd like it. So I don't know when I'm going to have time to read these because I'm really, you know, short on time at the moment. And a book on Poland because I thought that would be interesting, and I have a strong feeling that my oldest son might be going to Poland. So I thought I'll get that. It looks interesting, and then I can take it to another charity shop as soon as I've done with it, because it's not something I want to keep. And they even put it in a freezer bag for us, look, from Iceland. So I'll probably be using that again. And I did get 3 sacks of clothing. They were £2.50 for a sack of clothes. I think there's probably 50 items in each bag. I got them to see if there was any material I can use for my quilting or craft work and things to do with the children during the 6 weeks holiday. Also, I've noticed that some of the clothes aren't my size, so what I'll do with them is offer them to friends and family, and what nobody wants will go back into the clothing chain, let's put it that way. A couple of t-shirts were in there, and they're fine to cut up for rags because my husband does a lot of DIY. When you're cleaning, you know, you can use things like that, can't you? And also the boat comes out once a year out onto what's called the slip, so it comes out of the water, and the bottom's blacked. It's done every year, I don't think you have to do it every year, but we do it every year. We keep the boat as nice as we can. So you always need cloths for things like that, don't you? And even when children are painting or doing something, you know, you can pop an old t-shirt over them or over a table. So I always think it's worth having. And for £2.50 a bag, I thought, you know, let's see what we can do with them. Because if they didn't sell, they'd be going into the back of a van that probably takes them to be recycled. You know, I just don't know. I don't think the charity gets much for them at all. So I thought, well, let's give it a try and see what there is. There might be some things that'll fit me, and then I can get rid of some of my clothes. What I'm going to do now is, if one item of clothing comes in, one has to go out. It's as simple as that. I keep washing and wearing this. This is what I tend to do. I tend to have my favourite clothes, and I just wear those all the time. I'm sure I'm like a lot of people. This time of year I just want something light on, and I've got very thin trousers on as well, and same with those. As soon as they're washed, I put them back on again because they're so comfortable. This top is so comfortable because it's loose, you know, it's nice and loose, so I prefer that. It is cooling down today. I did do a little bit more of my crocheting. I'm enjoying doing this, so I did do that. I was very strong today because there was quite a lot of wool for sale at very good prices, but I left it. Thought, you've got enough. You really have got enough. And there were some lovely wools, so I was very good with that. I've dressed Lynn the rabbit up in some of the clothes. She's got the smock on, and she's got the Peter Rabbit cardigan on. I've dressed the little bear in a little pink dress, and she'd already got this pink cardigan. So that'll be nice for Ivy to see. We haven't seen them for a few days, so the toys that were picked up the other day, they've not seen those yet, so we'll see how we go on. There's roadworks where we live, so we're having to park on the front during the day. Hopefully they'll put a metal strip down so we can drive onto the back this evening, because it's easier to go in and out the back, you know, and in the car, and also, you know, it's nice and safe. It was we got that 3 big sacks of clothes and the bag of quilts and material, and we had to bring it down from the front and right down the path, and it just shows how much further it is to do that, but never mind, eh? I hope everybody's all right. There's a little bit of breeze today, so I can potter better when there's a bit of breeze. I can't believe that it's Friday tomorrow. I was thinking, you know, make sure I put the bins out tonight ready for tomorrow, and I'm hoping I can fill the garden bin up because you know, there's quite a lot of things to cut down. It's having the time in the day, isn't it? I mean, I'm just sat down now having a quick chat and a cup of tea. And what time is it? It's only 25 to 12, so I've got the rest of the day to just slowly potter about, and then at 4 o'clock I'm stopping. You know, I'm definitely going to do that because we have done a lot of stuff just lately. There's loads wants doing in the garden. It's just gone mad, and in some areas it does look a bit of a state, but you've just got to detach yourself a little bit, haven't you, really? And just chip away at things, and it'll get done in the end, won't it? Anyway, lots of love, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Bye.